Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. So, I'm welcoming you to the Awakening as Love retreat. I hope you've all been able to watch the Gangaji video that I posted. Just in case you didn't get the link, basically you need to refresh the page because it was not public before the beginning of the retreat. So you may just need to refresh the page, but then it would, or click on the link on the website again, but then you'll be able to watch it. So in case you missed it, maybe just watch it in one of the breaks, and you will be able to watch it then. And also, you can join me for the last session today, and you'll be able to watch it again then. In fact, the video will be live now for the whole of the day, for the whole of the program. So, I just want to welcome you all. I see that some people are already on the Hangout. I'd like to start just with a few minutes of meditation, just being still, coming back to ourselves, coming back to what is here in this moment. So I'll just guide you in the meditation to start with, and then we'll just have a few minutes of quiet time, of being present to whatever is here, whatever's showing up. So make sure you're comfortable, you're wherever you are, sitting, standing, lying down, whatever the position is, just see whether you can make yourselves comfortable. And then take time to notice that you're breathing. And I know some of you are trying to join the Hangout. We'll be communicating through the Hangout after the meditation and after I said a few things just to lead into the retreat. So notice your breathing. Notice your body. Notice how your body is moving with the breath. Subtly or not so subtly. Notice that all of you is here. The body, the mind, the heart. And whatever it is that's happening, sensations in the body, emotions, feelings, thoughts, they're happening. in the vastness of your being. So there's no need to struggle with those things that show up. You can relax into your being, even as those things show up. Because your being is so much more vast. And it's not disturbed by any of that. So just spend the next few minutes just being. Knowing, sensing the vastness that is holding it all, that you are. And then when you're ready, you can open your eyes, your ears, and come back to this shared reality of being on retreat with others all over the globe. It's such an amazing, beautiful thing, and it's so precious to my heart to welcome you all in this retreat, and to know that you're joining in from so many places. in this beautiful planet. And that this technology makes that possible. The internet technology to link us, to allow us to come together in this way. For some reason, since I've been very young, I've always felt I was a citizen of this world. That's how it was in my mind somehow. That's how it showed up in my mind when I was young. And so there's always been this knowing that boundaries of countries and continents just didn't really matter, because here we all are. We're all human. We're all, and I want to include actually all beings in this, all being in whatever form it shows up. And there's this beautiful opportunity to come together and know this deeply, and know this both as separate beings with separate minds, and know this also in this vastness, in this oneness. So welcome to all of you from my heart, this heart, which is beating a bit right now because I had a little technical glitch this morning. For some reason my mic wasn't working, and I started freaking out, and thankfully a friend of mine just suggested that I reboot the computer, and it solved the problem. So but I'm a human being, and my nervous system responds to these things, so it's still, the heart rate is still up a bit. And with everything that happens, there's a human reaction, there's a reaction in this body, and at the same time it's like it doesn't change a thing really. So this retreat has the title Awakening as Love, the place of the heart in non-dual spiritual teachings. And this is really a theme, a topic that is very close to my heart. And for those of you who have been able to watch the Gangaji video, you'll know a bit more about my personal background of coming to spirituality from a very cut off, very mental space, and being generally a kind of mind type. So somehow for the longest time there was this sense, or this idea that I had, that awakening was something that was happening in the mind. And it wasn't ever quite happening for me there in the way that it happens for some, that there's this huge kind of opening, a seeing, just a realization that includes the mind, maybe more than the heart, if we distinguish between those two. And for me, the realization was really more in the heart. And yet I was with a non-dual teacher, and there still somehow was this idea that, I hadn't quite got it because somehow I'd never had that mental opening that happens for some people. But what had happened all along was an opening into a vastness that to me was always experienced more as the vastness of the heart. Until at some point actually dawned that it wasn't just the heart, actually it was both. And what didn't get it was the small mind, because the small mind had an idea of what it meant to awaken. That's so sweet. But I all I can say is that awakening happens in so many ways. And in the non-dual teachings, I just felt that there was a need to include the heart more. And so that's how I came to offer this retreat and ask non-dual teachers to speak to me on that question of the place of the heart. So here we are, and I won't say any more. I'm very excited that so many of you are showing up. So since some of you are also on a hangout, I'm just going to call on one or two of you on the hangout. Let's see. How about how about Paula? Paula, I'm going to show your video in the broadcast now. And you have to unmute your mic, Paula. Can you do that?
Yes, hi. Hello.
Here you are. Hi, Paula.
Hi, everyone. I'm really happy that I was able to get in. Had a little technical difficulty. I was in and out. I'm thrilled to be here.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, you're so welcome. Thank you for joining. So, Paula, what's your heart's desire for this retreat?
That's a good question. I'm not sure. I don't have an answer for that. I know there's been a lot of shifts and changes lately, and I think I'd like to know and understand more about how the heart plays into awakening, because it seems to be very much more for me in the mind. And I've been working with Suzanne. I've had sessions with Susanna, and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
she very much points me in the direction of the heart. So I think I'd like to, and I'm here to learn a little bit more about how that plays into my own experience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, wonderful. Well, thank you for sharing. Thank you for
Thank you.
starting us off with the Hangout thing. I'm very happy to see it works.
Yes, me too.
So, Paula, I'm just going to call a few people up. So I'll ask you to hang up, and I wish you a wonderful retreat.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. So let's see. I'm going to call on Abida. Abida, I'm bringing you on live. Hold on, it's not always quite working. Hello, Abida. Here you are. Oh, she's not there. Okay. So we'll hide her again. Who else is there? How about Thomas? Are you ready to come on? Hello, Thomas. Yeah, you
Hello,
have to.
hello.
Yes, yes, I can hear you. Hi, Thomas.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Where are you joining us from?
Poland.
Poland. Wonderful, wonderful. Yes. So, Thomas, how is that retreat for you? What is it? What are you hoping for in this retreat?
I think I'm feeling good energy.
Yes. Anything else?
Presence.
Presence. So beautiful. Yes. Your eyes speak more strongly than anything you can say, I think. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Thank you.
All right. So let's see. I'll bring on Victoria. Hello, Victoria. Victoria, you need to unmute your mic. Hello. Yeah, that doesn't seem to work. Let's see who else I could bring on. Siv. Hello, Siv. You need to unmute your mic.
Yeah, now?
Here you are, yes. Hi, Siv.
Hi, hello from Norway.
Oh, wonderful. Hello.
I would just Grace, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I guess it's natural for me to ask what does it actually mean, the heart? Because even though I've heard some teachers talking a bit about that in the last year, it still is kind of vague, because I'm also a very mind person, and I can recognize a very strong fear to actually connect my body and the love and the devotion. And so far in my life, you know, I only know that the heart is an organ in the body, and what is the heart when you're talking about it like this?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
What do I mean? Well, I don't mean the physical heart.
I know that. I'm very aware of that.
But you know, I'm glad you bring up that question because it's a really good question. Um, I would say there's an ability we have to open our being to more than this. You know, there's maybe the word that comes to me is just openness. There's an ability we all have to open to include others. You know, the natural tendency, the survival tendency is to protect and to exclude, you know, so that we are safe. And what drives that tendency is fear, ultimately, you know. So the first thing we can notice is how we exclude, how we protect, how we put up barriers between us and others. Or also how we try to control so that we're okay. You know, that's a form of protection too. It's a form of not allowing others to be alive as they are, and instead trying to get them to be or do what we feel we need, according to what we feel we need, right? So, so when we notice this, there's then also the possibility to just say, oh, well, how about I just open and just take this other being or this environment or this whatever it is, how about I just take this in? Or I just allow it to be part of my larger being. And then to see what happens. I'm sure that's something that you do know how to do, Siv.
When you when you all speak about this, and I try to relate it to my own experiences or perception and feeling of the body, it reminds me of when children the way they live, they very often they go towards the extremes, and they just want to continue and continue and make more and more and more. Or sometimes they just are having fun or are in the middle of a feeling and an experience, and then the grown-ups will either actually have to kind of stop them from exaggerating or hurting themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times grown-ups will humiliate them because of the grown-ups' feelings of not understanding, or so they will laugh at children, or they will tell them to be quiet or to stop that, and you will kind of freeze, and you will just don't understand what happened, and you will. So I recognize that feeling in my grown-up life, some fright, some fear of, and even also an experience. What's the word? I think I have experienced many times that if I actually open, then it's like taking on too much. That the love or the love that comes, or it's too big, and I'm afraid of just losing control and and just being immature, like being exaggerating things and invading people, and because there's a balance there that I haven't found access to.
Yes. Ultimately, the opening there has to be a willingness to not be in control. And that is very scary. But that is our reality. I mean, we're not in control anyway.
Was it very scary when what you described in the opening video with Gangaji happened? Or was it more like just coming home and you didn't have to be scared?
It was totally beyond my control. It just, it just happened. It was total grace. It was, it was beyond my doing. But when you fall in love, you just fall in love, right? It's the same thing. It's out of your control too. That's why it's so scary. And then there's just a growing acceptance of this over time. But when there's a willing, sometimes we just don't have a choice. We're just out of control. And it's obvious. And other times we think we have control and we don't anyway. And the reason why it's so painful and so suffering to be in the small self is because it keeps trying to assert control and it can't. So it suffers as a result. So at some point there's just a realization that we're basically out of control. And that can be a gradual letting go, or it can be a kind of opening that happens. Well, either's fine.
I don't know if someone else here wants to ask questions, but I have another one.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
There is more and more to me, all this control and fear has really, I can really feel it in the body. It's nothing new, nothing special, but for many people feel like this. But the contractions in the body over all these years have made it so tense that even when I'm actually quite relaxed, I can feel that the whole body is a knot. It really is. Even though I'm not that bad. I can be quite relaxed. But when I lie in bed at night, I can feel that the many parts of the body are actually contracted, And when I work out with just some spontaneous stretching and yoga, like just improvisation to music, I have this notion that this is very healthy, that this is just like a portal, an entrance. And I'm glad to hear that teachers start to say now that, going through the body is actually not
Mm-hmm.
so bad. I mean, it's quite a good idea. It's under communicated a lot that the body
Mm-hmm.
can actually really be. So the times I felt I've been very open, I've been almost, the body's been so exhausted, it's like very heavy in a good way.
Mm-hmm. You know, Siv, I'd say, I mean, whatever you can do at that physical level to relax is wonderful. It's good. It's taking care of your body and taking care of your being. Um, but that won't. I'm not sure. You know, it's like thinking. It's still the mind trying to figure out how to let go of
Get,
itself, which doesn't
yeah,
work. You
no,
know, I mean, the opening. I'd say maybe just see whether it's possible for you to have more of an image of opening to all of yourself. You know, knotted up, tense, you know, whatever it is, opening up to all of yourself with your heart, you know, just allowing this to be as it is, without having to do anything. You know, my own teacher, Gangaji, um, one of the teachings that she has is to stop
yeah,
doing any of those things, and to realize that all of this is, you know, it just is. And when there's an openness to that, um, that's where the mind can come to rest in the heart. The heart being just being. So I'd suggest, why don't you see during this retreat whether you can just be open, you know, in
very
your
good
heart.
opportunity.
Yeah, just see whether the heart can be open, the being can be open. Thank you, Sue.
Thank you, thank you.
And I suggest when when we've when we stop the exchange with you, please go off the hangout so that others can come on more easily. So you just do that by hanging up, leaving the call. Okay? Thank you, Sue. So let's see. I'll call on one more person, and then I'll go and see on the YouTube comment thread um, whether there's any questions or comments. So Diana, I'm not sure I'm pronouncing your name correctly. I'm bringing you on to the broadcast if I can. Hold on. Okay. There you are. Hi, Diana. Can you unmute your mic?
Is it okay now?
Yes. Hello.
Hello from Croatia.
Yes.
Yeah, uh, I'm happy that this event is happening
Mm-hmm.
and happy to be together with you and sharing this.
Yes.
I don't know how this works and how will it work out because I have a small baby. He's sleeping now, so it all depends on him. But
So it's working out right now. He's cooperating.
Yes, he's sleeping. Yeah, great. So I'm trying this Google Plus. I've never used it before, and I hope that it's working well.
It's working very well. Actually, the only problem is that your sound is not very good because you don't have headphones. So,
so you can't hear me well?
I can hear you, but there's a lot of noise.
Oh, I don't have a mic.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I think it will serve the purpose.
Yes.
Well, I have nothing really to share or to ask. I'm just here in all this.
Yes. All right. Well, welcome, Diana.
Thank you.
Just, I hope that the retreat is good for you, and you know, maybe your baby will cooperate perfectly.
Yes, we shall see. Everything is in the hands of
Yes.
the universe.
In the hands of grace.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining in, Diana.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just hang up, you know, leave the hangout if you can by hanging up.
Okay.
So
This
others can
is
join in.
red. Okay.
The red receiver, that's right. Yeah. So I just want to remind everybody, if you could please put on headphones so that the sound doesn't, there isn't an echoing effect. That would make a huge difference for the recording and the broadcasting. So, actually, I said I was going to go to the YouTube comment thread. So I'm just going to take a minute or so to see what's happening there. Yeah, relax. Nothing is under control. Absolutely. Love with grace and the worldwide community from Robert. Thank you, Robert. So there's Matilde from Georgia, USA. Thank you, Grace, for this opportunity to be together live from around the world. And Wendy Ayot says, so happy the Hangouts are working beautifully. There's Gabriele with love from Kuala Lumpur. Wow, how wonderful. And Jan from Holland, love from Holland. Yes. So, Achille, gratitude for the possibility of coming together that you and this technology make possible. Yes, I mean, isn't it just amazing? That is so, it really is such a blessing, you know. Raphael says too, thank you so much. You're so great with technology. Well, I'm learning. It is amazing what you can do. There's so much grace. Yes, absolutely. There is so much grace. Monica says hello from Italy. Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Gangaji. Yes. Thank you very much, Gangaji. She's been a wonderful teacher. And there is Maria from Argentina, and Joan from Spain. So let me see. Aninia, namaste from Finland. Namaste. Namaste. I bow to all of you. Stina, thank you and love from Switzerland. Mahima, love from Italy, Milan. And I'm not sure. I'm Fontinha. Namaste to all from Portugal. And Prem Agni from Russia. Oh, isn't that so wonderful? What a love fest. So let's see. I'm going to bring somebody else on into the Hangout. How about Mukesh? I've seen you there for a while. Mukesh, you need to unmute your phone.
Yeah.
Hello, Mukesh.
Hello.
Hello.
I am in New Delhi, India.
In New Delhi.
Yeah.
Isn't that wonderful?
So this is my first participation in any kind of retreat.
Yes.
I am not very much familiar with the terminology and words used in this domain.
Mm-hmm.
So this is my first exposure.
Yes.
But I have
Mukesh.
heard about Gangaji at Facebook and all those. I just want to listen.
Yes. Yes. So welcome, Mukesh, and welcome for bringing India to this retreat.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm so touched. Mukesh, how did you find out about the retreat?
I find out it on Facebook.
On Facebook.
Yeah, somewhere from there I got this information.
Yes, yes. Well, Mukesh, I wish you a wonderful retreat, and
Thank you.
I'm just so very touched that you're
One
joining
thing
us
I would
from
like to
India.
know, one thing I would like to know,
Yes.
when people say that there is no questions, there is no answers. Still,
Mm-hmm.
people ask lots of questions, and there are too many teachers to answer them also.
Mm-hmm. Mukesh, you need to unmute yourself again. Hello, Mukesh?
Oh, yeah, I
Yes,
got it.
yes. Now
You
you're
see,
back again.
it is being said repeatedly. I read here and there that there is no question, there is no answer, or each question has an answer in itself.
Mm-hmm.
Seekers have too many questions
Yes.
that I don't understand. You see, when I go to explore a domain, yeah,
Yes. I'm listening.
you see, what, when we go to explore a domain,
Yes.
we will explore on our own,
Mm-hmm.
experimenting with it by listening, by reading, by
Mm-hmm. Yes, Mukesh. This is how the human mind works.
yeah.
This is how we've learned to function. When we want to find something out, we'll read
Yeah,
the books, we'll do the courses, we'll do what we've learned to do as human beings.
yeah.
We'll go to
But
teachers, we'll listen to what they say, and at some point we reach a limit,
oh,
um, because the mind cannot grasp the vastness of being. It just can't. Not the mind that we're ordinarily using. So, so that's why the seeking in those ways that you've learned will not get you there.
but is it not the
But
training of mind itself?
Sorry, say that again.
Is it not the training of mind itself?
I'm not sure I understand what you're asking.
No, you see, the thing people say that we have to go beyond mind.
Mm-hmm.
But if I put questions answered in the mind itself, then I am trying to see or understand the things with the mind.
Yes.
And mind can be convinced only by its own experience.
Mm-hmm. That's
Mind
why
can,
that's why it can't get you there, you see? And there's no there to get to, because that very way of thinking, you know, thinking, oh, if I do this, then I will get there.
hmm,
Or if I find out about that, then I will get it. You see, all of those strategies, they are limited to what the mind can grasp.
yeah, yeah.
And that's why they can't get you there. And in fact, even getting there is not, it's not about that, you see. That's why teachers say there's no path. See whether maybe in listening to the conversations that I have with teachers, whether you can just be open, not just with your mind, but with all of your being. Just soak it in, soak it in like parched earth will soak in rain, and see whether that does something. Okay?
Yeah.
That's my
Because see,
assignment for you.
I generally I just stop thinking.
Yes, stop thinking. Just be there.
Mm.
All right? Thank you, Mukesh. Thank you. And I wish you a wonderful retreat. Namaste. And please remember to hang up, Mukesh. Okay, let's see. I'm going to call on Monica. Monica, can you unmute yourself? Hello, Monica.
Hi. I don't know. You can see me. You can hear me.
I can hear you, but your image seems to have disappeared. Your video seems to have disappeared.
I don't know why, but
But we can hear you, Monica, so that's good too. You can ask your question
okay.
like that.
Yes, I want to thank you, Grace, and say hello to everybody, and I'm very glad to be here. And now I really don't have a question. I'm just looking forward to listen every teacher, and I really thank you for this opportunity. Grace. Thank you. I met non-duality about 2 years ago, and I felt in love with this message, this vision, and so I take every opportunity, every occasion to listen and to share with everybody this beautiful message. Yes.
Yes, wonderful. And
Yes.
Monica, that's often how it works. Somehow there is something in us says
Yes.
yes. Wow.
Really.
Ah.
Yes. It's.
This is it. This is so beautiful. I have to have more of this as much as
Yes, more
possible.
and more. more. And
yes, and there's
yeah,
a phase of just soaking that in, you know, taking it in so fully, being so open.
yes,
And sooner or later it'll have its way with us.
yeah. And I think that your attention to the heart and this is very important overall for us people of West, that we are always in mind, and
Yes.
we are so the underneath of the art is very important. Yes, and I'm going to, yes, to open and to be in my awareness, in our awareness, in and our being, and to listen from there. Yes.
Yeah. How wonderful! How wonderful!
Yes. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Monica.
I'm sorry that the video is not working. I don't know why, but so.
Yes, I tried again, but when I bring up your image on the screen, it just goes black. But it's okay. We hear you, Monica. So that's
Okay,
perfect.
okay. So now I go out so other people can come in.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Thank you for joining, Monica.
Thank
You're
you.
from Italy, right?
From Italy, yes. From the
Yeah.
sea of Italy, from Viareggio. Yes, yes, from Italy.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Grazie. Grazie.
Grazie, grazie, Grace. Ciao, ciao.
I wish you a good retreat, Monica.
Thank you very much, Grace. Ciao,
Mhm.
ciao.
So, so let's see. I'll bring on Maria. Hi, Maria. You need to unmute yourself. There you are.
Hi, Grace.
Hi, Maria. Hi. Welcome.
Thank you.
So, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm nervous also.
That's okay. Do you have a question, Maria, or do you just want to say hi?
I just wanted to say hi and see how the Google Hangouts work.
Well, it works perfectly. You came on, you're here, and we can see you, we can hear you.
And thank you for doing this.
And hello to you, and thank you for joining.
Thank you.
And I wish you a wonderful retreat. Yeah. So please leave the call by pressing the red clicking on the red receiver, Maria. Great. So now I'm calling up Davide. We seem to have a lot of Italians here today. Hello. Yeah, you need to unmute yourself. Hold on. See whether. Okay, you're on now, Davide. It's fine.
Yeah. This is no, because he helped me. This is my Hima. I'm so sorry, and I couldn't make it from my computer. So he helped me a lot. Otherwise, I couldn't reach you. So thank you so much for this opportunity.
Oh, you're so welcome. Just repeat your name. I didn't catch it.
Mahima.
Mahima. Hi, Mahima.
Hello.
Welcome.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And actually, I have a question.
Go ahead.
My master is Muji. 1 year I'm going on his retreat. I just cannot help myself. Each retreat I see, I go. I'm so happy for that. and I'm totally in love with Advaita teachings. So I saw this opportunity. I'm sorry, I didn't know anything about you before, but I was reading yesterday, so thank you so much. And I came after last retreat from Portugal 1 month ago. And what's happened is that I simply started to relax in my own presence.
Yes.
And it
How
was
beautiful.
mind-blowing, yeah, because I thought it's all about kind of experience like I have before, but I always lost them.
Yes.
And this time it's just here.
Yes.
And 1 month I'm just watching all this kind of, I don't know how to say, I will try to explain briefly, kind of mind working a lot.
Yes.
And many things, emotions and things, but somehow I'm just, it's not really who am I, no? And it's a huge release, huge release. One thing, and it's like I'm not making any more equations, kind of, because it's, I feel like it's more to come somehow, but it's just already great because I have no doubts somehow, right?
Yes.
And it's wonderful. One thing, Grace, I'm dealing with, and this is the most kind of difficult because it's very much physical thing. I got sick a couple of years ago, very strange, weird sickness, and no matter I did many exams and blah blah blah, and I couldn't understand what's going on and doctors, and so I had a very strong depression. Somehow I totally identified with this thing, and after that it was kind of a very strong breaking through with satsangs, with and I see now that I'm not that, absolutely not.
Yes.
Somehow the many symptoms very much unpleasant, like difficult to live with them in a practical way, especially. They are persisting. They are still kind of in my daily kind of life, especially in activity. And I do not feel anymore as a victim myself, right? And it's the most beautiful thing. But somehow it's quite strong still.
Yes.
Mahima. Yes.
You know, I'm going to have to keep this short because
yes,
to close
I'm
the
so
session.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
So, is your question how to be with these physical symptoms?
Yes, to remain in my presence, and also my question very short. I'm so sorry, Grace. Really, I made it long. I should search for some what is the cause to get well, kind of.
Yes.
And
you know, Mahima, let me just say, you know, physical illness, emotional illness often precedes inner change or goes together with inner change. And like you said, you know, there was a period of illness and then there was this breakthrough. That's very typical. And you know, my understanding, the human understanding of what happens, is that the illness kind of deconstructs the strength of the ego. You know, it takes the energy out of the ego. It can't function in the way anymore that it used to. And that's what allows the opening, you know, because the structure somehow is so weakened that something can just kind of just go. And at the same time, it's still good to find whatever gives you relief for the physical or mental or emotional symptoms. That's totally okay. You know, and it's okay also to kind of lose presence and then realize it's not gone anywhere. You know, the undoing continues to happen. So just let it do what it does, and find the help that you need physically, but don't make that into a struggle with yourself and with having lost presence. Just do what you can. Does that make sense?
Yes, very much. Thank you so much.
Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. And thank you to everybody. Thank you for joining. So, you know, with so many people, and for coming on to the Hangout. I'm just very pleased that this is actually working as well as it does. So I'll see you again at the hour in 20 minutes. I definitely need to go and have a tiny break before I start the next session. So thank you all for joining the opening session, and I'll see you back for the conversation with Miranda. Until then, bye-bye.